Hello there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fabiola Lara. I'm an illustrator and designer, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to get the perfect wiggly text that you've probably seen everywhere in your videos without losing the line quality of that wiggly text, using just Adobe Fresco, Photoshop, and Adobe Premiere Pro. If you are looking to draw elements into your videos and have them kind of wiggle, but you want to use something besides just like the flat monoline brush, maybe you use digital tools like marker, watercolor, or even like a pencil that has a texture, this is the video for you. I'm going to show you how to draw those elements, animate them just a bit so that they wiggle, and put them in your video and having them look crisp and not pixelated and compressed and crunchy. So we're going to be using these three programs like I mentioned. Don't be overwhelmed. They're all part of the Adobe suite. So if you have access, you're great and you're going to be like blown away by everything that we can do with these. And speaking of Adobe, thank you so much to Adobe for sponsoring today's video. I am so excited to be partnering with Adobe to bring this workflow to you. I've been using Adobe since I was in high school making GIFs for my MySpace. So this is like so exciting for me, and I'm hoping that you guys get a lot out of it and can finally draw everything you want for your videos, have it look amazing and not gross on top of your amazing video. So yeah, let's get right into the tutorial. First things first, get your iPad out, make sure you have Adobe Fresco. Maybe like think about what you want to write, what kind of brushes you want to use, and let's pop over to the iPad. So on the iPad, you want to start a new project, right? So you want the dimensions for the Fresco canvas to be the dimensions of your video canvas. You can make it smaller too, but why not just make sure you have it as big as you need it? So I go to custom size, and then my videos are 1920 by 1080, but if your videos are bigger, use that dimension. Here, full HD is 1920 by 1080, so let's click that. Okay, and then it brings us right to the canvas. So for this one, I want to draw the writing in white because I feel like that's really easy to read on the screen. So let's go ahead and make our color white. And then I picked out this marker brush. I'm going to turn off the background. You don't need the background. So you just have this transparent. And make sure you're on the first layer and your brush works. Okay, so I made the background black just so you can see what I'm writing, but you don't need to do that part. I am using the painting, where is it? Wet brush. Looks like that. So I just have the black background here for contrast. Maybe it's a little too dark. Oops. There. And then you want this to be smaller. So I'm gonna write hello. Okay, then you want another layer and you write that again, hello. You kind of trace it. It doesn't need to be an identical tracing, just similar. You don't want it to be, you really don't want it to be identical because then there won't be any wiggle. You want these layers to kind of be a little unique, but all basically the same. So trace it one more time. Doesn't matter if one's a little bigger, one's a little smaller, it's fine. All right, there you go. And then you turn off this bottom layer because I don't want it. But you can't see anything, so that's why I had it in there. So it says hello, we have 3 different layers. We're good. Then you want to rename it. So I'm gonna hello, wiggle, new. It's new for me. Okay. Then you want to click back to the gallery, and then you want to make sure that it goes from this syncing to that little green button. So there you go, it's green. So now we're ready to move on to the computer. So we've moved on to the computer, and here what we want to do is you want to open up Photoshop. If you have Creative Cloud like synced up, which you should if you use Adobe Creative Cloud, then the Adobe Fresco file that we just worked on should show up right here, the name that you saved it under. So right here, you can see that I have Hello Wiggle New PSDC. So I'm gonna open this up. So here it is. And yeah, I turned off that background layer. I don't need it because the background for mine is gonna be the video. Once you have it all looking like it's supposed to, you go File, Save As. And you wanna save it on your computer. You wanna save it in your project folder for your video. So for me, that's gonna go in here, and I have this graphics folder. So I'm gonna save it right in here. And you'll see I did this a couple of times because I have some examples to show you. So that's why there's more stuff in here. So click Save as a PSD. So you click OK. And once you've saved it, you can quit Photoshop. All right, now it's time to bring up your Premiere Pro project. So here's my project. I organize, how you organize your video project is up to you, but I'm gonna show you how you use this. So you open up Finder and you have, go to where you saved it. So you want to bring this over and drag it into your project. And I brought it into that bin. And then here's where you need to really pay attention. You don't want to merge all the layers together, right? Because then you have those 3 layers merged, like what is that? You want to bring this in as a sequence, and you want to make sure that the 3 layers with the text are checked and the background layer is not checked. Then you click OK. And then it should be right in here. There it is. And so it imports the sequence, and so you can drag this sequence down to your project. And so it's right there. Now, it's not wiggling. So now we need to double click, and now we're in the designated sequence. So from here we have all of the 3 layers, you see? So they're all together. And so you want to highlight all of them. You can do Shift, or you can just mouse hover and change the speed. And then I'm going to change this from 4 seconds to 0.04 seconds. Okay. All right. Adjust my timeline. Okay. So here it is. And now you want to stagger them so they play staggered. So I just go ahead and move them one into the other. And so that will slowly have that. Okay, now in order to really play it and see how it's gonna look, you gotta highlight all of them. You can do Command A or just click through, press Command C or right click copy, and then Command V to paste. I like doing it like that because then it kind of copies it, pastes it exactly where you need. Do it, I don't know, 3 seconds, however long you think you're gonna need the sequence in your video. And then you go back to your main sequence and you should see it in there. So let's extend it so you can really appreciate it. So there you go, that's how it looks. You can see here the drawing is not flat. You can see the texture of the actual drawing that we did, and that's the best part about using this workflow. Okay, so just to compare the differences between using the PSD workflow using Fresco and dropping that into Premiere versus using an animated GIF and dropping the GIF into Premiere. Look. So this is a version of the one we just used. It's a different version because I made multiple, but here's an example. So here is what the GIF looks like, and here is what the PSD looks like once we dropped it in. That is much better, and they're both animated. You keep that transparency. I have to repeat it because I am baffled. Why would you drop in a GIF? Here's another version. I use this subscribe, it's kind of light, but let me zoom in so you can see it a bit better. My face. Right there, see? And then if you were to use just the GIF, it looks like that. Look at that. It has like this, it's not transparent. And then the other option, much better. Way, 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 way better. And let's show you it. One more example. This was like kind of like a crayon texture brush, and this is a marker. So This is the workflow, the PSD drag and drop. Look at that. You retain the marker. You can see the layers of the marker. And here is the GIF version. I flattened it, it doesn't look very good. And then I also tried to bring it in a different version. It kept the marker, but it still kind of flattened it so it created that white outline. It's a GIF, but it's not a very good one. So yeah, that is the main difference. This is why I think using Adobe Fresco to use all the fun brushes, bringing it into Photoshop, plopping it into Adobe Premiere with the drag and drop is so much better. And it's super fast. Like, I wouldn't say that making the GIF is any faster. You still have to like export it and then drag it in. This is super fast. All right, that's all I have for you. You've achieved the perfect wiggly text. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Adobe for sponsoring this video and making it all happen. And if you have any questions about the process, if you got tripped up anywhere, if you're having doubts, just comment below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And remember to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more of these kinds of videos. And yeah, thank you so much. That's all I have for you. Congrats, you did it. You learned everything there is to